Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all about blushes, all about the rouge. We want to look pinched, we want to look pretty, we want to look glowy, we want to make sure that we look nice and juicy in this area. So if you're interested in seeing what my top blush recommendations are at Sephora, keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about the top blush formulas, in my opinion, at Sephora. Today's also Vlogmas Day 9. Woohoo! We're going strong. We did a lot of pre-recording, and so it's been a little bit easier than I thought it would be, but still, I'm working really hard to get 31 uploads in December, and today is a special day because not only are we talking about one of my favorite makeup products, but today's also going to be a collab, and it's a collab with a good friend of mine here on YouTube. I met her a couple years ago, and her and I have just kept up this friendship, and I just love her. She's a sweetheart. She loves talking about all the new things in luxury beauty, and her name's Steffi Glam. She is very charismatic. She has such a great personality. She's cute, she's funny, and she used to work as a makeup artist, so she does have a lot of knowledge. So if you guys have not heard of Steffi Glam, make sure and go check her out. Her video will be linked down below in my description box, and she'll be sharing her favorite blush formulas at Sephora. She's a sweetheart. She brings a lot of energy, and she knows all the things about all luxury beauty, so definitely go over there, say hello. If you're not subscribed, definitely check her out and consider subscribing. If you're new here from Steffi's channel, well, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come check out my video. We are uploading every single day in December, and I like talking about makeup. All luxury makeup, indie makeup, drugstore makeup sometimes if it's really good. So if that's your thing, we do some get readies with me. We talk about new makeup releases. Definitely consider subscribing because we have a lot of fun here. Links to all the products that we're talking about today, as well as my social media, is in the description box. So definitely go check that out. We have a lot of fun over there as well. We post daily looks, and we'd love to have you join. If you're not new, I hope you're enjoying Vlogmas. I know, it's like 31 days of Yadi. It's a lot, but I'm having a lot of fun. I wanted to finish out the year strong, so as you're watching the video, definitely remember to give me a like. That helps my channel a lot. Another thing that really helps a lot is sharing my channel. So if you know of somebody that you think might like this vibe, definitely share this channel with a friend. I would really appreciate it. Okay, let's start talking blush. Okay guys, so in the age of the internet, we can buy blush anywhere. We can go directly to the brand site. We can go to Beautylish, Sephora. We can go to Beauty Bay, Selfridges, you get the vibe. So there's many places that you can buy your makeup, but by far in the US, one of the most popular ways to buy your makeup, or retailers I should say, is Sephora. We just got done with a couple of their sales where you can save 20, 25% depending on what the promotion is. And so today I wanted to share some of the blushes that I've really enjoyed this year. Some are new to me this year in 2022. I'm looking, some of them are not. And so I just wanted to share them with you during the video as you're watching my top picks. Definitely put down what your top picks are in the comment section because I'm always looking for new stuff to try. I mean, literally, I have one face. Like, I don't try everything out there, but if there's a formula or there's a blush or a shade that you really love, leave it in the comments below. I would really appreciate it. Okay, we're gonna start with powder blushes, and I'll share what my favorites are there. And then I have a few cream blushes. I don't use cream blushes as much because I have oily skin. So most of the time, powder blushes are gonna be what work best for me, but let's get started. The first blush formula that, like, literally, you guys, I'm so obsessed with. I can't stop talking about it. It is the most beautiful thing that I've literally ever put on my face. Is gonna be the Gucci blushes. Now, I say blushes because there's 6 shades that were released this year, and I actually just have this one shade. I picked it up during the recent Sephora sale, and it is in the shade 06 Warm Berry, and I don't know, you know what it is. It is the deepest shade, and it works on very deep skin tones, but for whatever reason, that's what I was like craving. That's what I was feeling was missing from my collection, and so this is the shade that I picked up. I think there was a conversation on someone's channel about the Gucci formula and one other very popular formula, and they said, go with the other brand. And I'm like, really? Okay. Like, I love my Gucci bronzer. I love all the products that I have from Gucci. So I was like, all right. You know, I was listening to this person's recommendation. And what I learned when I swatched the blush in store was like, no, girl. This is incredible. Look at this. Now, again, it is in the deepest shade available, which is Warm Berry. But you guys, First of all, if you go in light and you go with the right brush, it's going to look just fine. Second of all, you guys, this formula is so perfecting. It is beautiful. It looks just like skin. It looks like satin on your skin. And one thing that I noticed, because I do work really long days, is a lot of the blushes, maybe my oily skin type, I don't know what it is, or the humidity and the air, I don't know what it is, but on my skin, a lot of blushes don't last. And this one, I mean, I don't even go in with a cream blush. I just go in with this one and it will last all day. And by all day, I mean like 16, 17 hours. It's so good, you guys. I'm trying to smell. So I don't have the best sense of smell, but it does have a slight perfumey fragrance, just like the bronzer. I think it's the same scent, which doesn't bother me. I love luxury beauty and a lot of that makeup does have that scent, you know, but it doesn't bother me. It's so beautiful. It's so smoothing and perfecting on the skin. This shade specifically is so unique in my collection and I love it, love it, love it, you guys. If you've been looking at the Gucci blushes, if you're thinking about it, you want to try one of the shades, I would say absolutely go for it. It is perfection. The next blush that I want to talk about was released earlier this year with like 6 or 8 different shades and everybody was kind of raving about them and I just didn't know. I'm newer to makeup, and what I mean by that is I've had my channel for about 2.5 years, but prior to that I would only pick up one blush a year or every couple years at the drugstore. Like I didn't really have a lot of experience with texture and formulas and things like that. And I didn't know too much about Benefit. I have like a highlighter, I think, from Benefit and mostly eye products, but they released these new shades this year and I was like, oh my goodness, they are so cute. First of all, I have the mini. This is in the shade Shelly and very similar to the Gucci. It's just really smoothing and perfecting on the skin. I really like it. I thought that this one looked like a little too light. You know, it looks really light. I'm a medium skin tone. If you're wondering how these blushes are going to look on you, go in the description box because I have a list of like very popular foundations and what my shade is in that so that you can compare like how you think the blushes would look on you. But it looked really light, but when I went in the store, I was like, well, on those no makeup days, it could work, whatever, you know? And so once I got it here, because even as you swatch it, look at that. It almost looks like nothing, right? Because I'm a medium skin tone. But once I brought it here, did my makeup, put on my foundation and everything, this is actually the perfect neutral, everyday, understated blush. That's what it looks like on my arm. Now my arm's going to be a tiny bit deeper than my face because, you know, the sun and stuff, but it is so pretty, you guys. So you're going from a very deep to kind of a light one, but on your cheeks, it just looks really rosy. It doesn't have like shimmer in it, but it has like a luminescence to it. And so it makes your cheeks look really, I don't know, like really healthy, really pretty. I really, really like this shade. I didn't think that I would. I am happy that I got the mini only because I have a lot of makeup, you guys, so it's hard for me to go through stuff. But I do think that if one day I didn't have this shade, I might buy it again. And I love, love, love this formula. It looks really, really good on my skin. I have oily skin, but I'm 40 plus, you know? And so like sometimes there's a little bit of like, I don't have wrinkles in this area yet, but it's like lack of elasticity, you know? And so I love this blush so much. The next blush that I want to talk about is the one that they were comparing the Gucci to, and it's the RMS Beauty Blushes. That's what the packaging looks like. Very nice, very sleek, clean. Now the shade that I got is in French Rosé, and oh my gosh, you guys, this is so beautiful. I mean, talk about a perfect everyday pink for my skin tone. The reason that I didn't buy it right away, and I was kind of back and forth between the Gucci and this one, is because everybody kept saying, oh, it's so nice, it's so glowy, it looks like skin, it glows. And glowy is what I kept saying, or glowy is what I kept hearing. And they kept saying like, yeah, it looks so beautiful on dry skin. Well, I don't have dry skin. And I thought like, is there shimmer? Is there glitter in it? Like, what is it? And if so, it's probably not going to work on my skin. I have a friend that like, she kept saying, Yadi, get it. Yadi, just get it. It's so pretty. It's so skin-like. It's so beautiful. And I'm like, I don't know. Well, I had a credit at Sephora, and so I just went for it. And again, the shade I got was French Rosé. I think before I had been looking at the shade Sangria. But because I had just gotten the Gucci, I said, I don't need another deep one. But that's the one I got. And like, this is such a pretty baby doll pink for every day. And look at that. There is a little bit of glowiness, right? I mean, you can see it there. But when I tell you guys, oh my God. When you put it on your cheeks, it looks so skin-like, you guys. That's like literally the only word I can think of to describe it. It looks just like skin. It doesn't look like, although you can see where the blush is and where it's not, it just looks so fluid. It looks just like skin. You look at it and you almost want to touch it because you're like, oh my God, it looks like there's no product on your cheeks, you know? It looks just like your skin or your cheeks are that rosy, and it's so beautiful. Also, it lasts quite a bit. Now, I will say that I've tried it on its own and it does fade a little bit more than the Gucci, but it does have good lasting power. It doesn't make me look any oilier. With my oily skin, it doesn't wear off or fade off or, you know, kind of move if I touch my face. Not at all. It is literally the perfect formula. I think that any skin type can use this blush. So if you're like me and you were a little concerned that if you had oily skin, it wouldn't look good. Yes, it will. It looks just like skin. You will love it. You can wear it with like a full face of makeup, or you can wear it as an everyday no makeup type of look, and it will look gorgeous. The next ones, I wanted to give a shout out to the Sephora collection because these babies are so good, you guys. Have you guys heard of these? So Sephora has their own collection of products. You know, if you look into it a little bit deeper, they actually work under the same umbrella as like the Estee Lauder, and I don't think it's Pat McGrath, but like other big luxury brands like that. So I say that because they have access to the same labs, the same formulation experts, like they're all under the same umbrella. So it's no wonder that Sephora's makeup is so good. And these are the ones that everybody was kind of hyping up at the beginning of the year or end of last year. They're in the shade Fascinated for the orange one. And then this one, the pink one, is in Hey Jealousy. Hey Jealous, you know, so that's the shade of those. But again, I would say, man, now that I feel it, okay, what do I think? I almost feel, this is crazy, but I almost feel like the formula and the way it feels like satin is like the Gucci one, but it's a little more glowy, like the RMS one. And so it's almost like a perfect hybrid of that formula. Look at that shade. Oh my gosh, for like summer, for spring, that is so gorgeous. Now this one on Fascinated, it says that it's in the shimmer formula. And this one in Hate Jealousy, it's in the matte formula. And so, let me see. This one feels more like the Gucci, but a little bit more dry. Not a bad thing. It looks gorgeous on the cheeks, but look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Now it looks crazy. It looks like super vibrant and stuff, but it works, you guys. It doesn't look crazy when you put it on your skin. It looks really pretty. You can sheer it out a little bit. But honestly, when I put like my brush in it, let me just try it because I know it looks crazy and scary, but I promise you it's so beautiful. So I just take like a fluffier blush brush like this, and then when I put it, I just kind of like sheer it out a little bit, but like look, it doesn't give like the craziest pigment right away. You have to build it up if you want a really bright popping blush, but it looks so gorgeous. Look at that pink. It's like that baby doll pink, you know what I mean? Like, especially in the winter, like, ooh, just came in from the snow or whatever, you know? It's just so cute. And it's like, I wouldn't say a blue tone, but it's like a cool tone blush. And it just makes you look gorgeous. I love it. You see that? So pretty. I do have some highlighter on, so all of the glow is not coming from the pink, but oh my gosh. So gorgeous. I love it. I love Sephora collection. I started trying a few of their products last year, but this year actually I had the honor of working with Sephora collection for Hispanic Heritage Month. And so they sent me like a ton of makeup just to try and to see what their collection was about. And like, honestly, you guys, for this last Sephora sale, I'll link the haul if you want to see it. For the last sale, I bought a little bit more of Sephora makeup, but I also bought like a lot of Sephora skincare because their stuff is actually really, really good. And when you look at the prices, it's like drugstore prices. They also have this thing that during the Sephora sales, the VIB sales, where everything else is like 20% off, 15 or 10% off depending on your tier. The Sephora collection products and the Sephora collection brushes are like 30% off. So you get them even cheaper than the drugstore prices sometimes. But their quality of the products is so good. Okay, next, you honestly did not think that I was just going to not talk about Mother, right? And I'm talking about Mother, Pat McGrath, the mothership of all. I love her blushes. When she finally released blushes in her collection, like early 2021, oh my God. Was it early or like the middle of the year? Everybody lost their mind, you guys. Lost their mind, including me. I bought almost every single shade because I just had to have them. I had been waiting forever, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? The formula is really, really good. And so these are so beautiful. And I just think like I use them. Obviously, I have a lot of blushes in my collection, but what I really like is like, look at the embossing has still not gone away, even though I have used it quite a bit. This is one of the shades that I use the most. This is in the shade Cherish. And again, it's like that baby doll pink, you know? Growing up, I feel like that's the color blush that I saw my mom use the most. And so that's the one that I love too. But look at how beautiful. And it's in like that demi matte formula. It looks very natural on the skin. It's not going to look matte. It's not going to look shimmery. It's going to look very natural when you put it on. A little bit goes a long way because they're pigmented, but that's such a beautiful shade. I say any of the shades, if you've been thinking about it, any of the shades are just gorgeous, but I just picked two of the ones that were my favorite shades. So I wear this one a lot, the Cherish. The other one that I wear a lot is Desert Orchid. It looks brown, right? It looks like a really light bronzer, but it's not. When you put it on the skin, it's actually kind of rosy, but in a very natural way. And so I think it's so interesting the way that it looks because it almost looks like brown there, but it doesn't. Like when you put it on your cheeks, it gives it like this peachy rosiness and it's so pretty and natural. This one's in that like shimmer formula, but I don't know. I don't want to say shimmer because I don't know, like it doesn't have shimmer in it. It doesn't have glitter in it. It's just a little more glowy, kind of like the RMS, you know, the third one that we did. But it's just gorgeous and very natural as you can see. So like for a no makeup look, I think it would be great. Hey guys, I know I look different. I don't know what happened to the clip of me swatching the cream blushes. I couldn't use it, the audio or the video. So I just want to swatch the cream blushes for you and then we can wrap up the video. So the first one that I want to share, that's one of my favorite cream formulas at Sephora. And again, just to reiterate, I do have oily skin. So for me to be able to use cream blushes, they have to be a really good special formula so that they don't kind of just slip away or sink into my pores. The first one I want to share is the Westman Atelier. It is such a beautiful and sleek package. And you know, the top is a magnetic closure. It's just so luxe, you guys. The shade that I have is in Petal. And that's what it looks like there. Look at how beautiful that is. When I tried it 2 years ago, I think I had actually swapped favorites with Elle Feisty here on YouTube. And she wanted me to try this blush. And so I did. And oh my gosh, when I tell you, like, it makes the area where the product go look like glass. Like that's how it looks. It looks so beautiful. It's such a perfect like everyday pink for my skin tone. It goes over your skin. It never disrupts the foundation. Even if you're wearing a powder, the formula is so good that you can actually put it on top of the powder. When I do that, I usually will take a brush and just kind of go over it like that. And it is so yummy. I love their foundation. Their foundation is actually one of my Sephora holy grails. It's just a beautiful foundation stick, and one again that I feel like I've seen many different skin types use it and they love it. But yeah, I wanted the shade Chachette for a long time and it was always sold out at the time, and so I never went back to get it, but this is one of my favorites. The next you've heard me talk quite a bit about, and this is from the brand Merit. I like their blush or cheek colors. They call them cheek colors. I think that the packaging has changed a little bit now. I think it's beige or cream colored, but this is my favorite. This one's in the shade Mood. And I know it looks really deep and stuff, but oh, you guys, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. And this is one of those cream blushes that I can actually wear on its own without setting it with a powder blush, and it will last all day long. I feel like the Westman Atelier also has a really long lasting formula, and I don't know if it's because of my oily skin or what, but like blushes, if I don't set them correctly, they don't last. So it's a really special formula. This is like a really nice like winter shade. Sometimes I'll set this one with the Pat McGrath Paradise Venus because it's so pretty and it goes really well. It's a deeper shade too, but I love that. This one's in the shade Beverly Hills, and this one's like a nice neutral everyday pink. I like to wear this like if I'm wearing like a tinted moisturizer and like maybe a little bit of concealer and mascara, and that's it. Look at how pretty that is. It's very soft and it's just beautiful. And then you put it on your cheeks, and again, like I have swiped this on my skin, but I don't like it like that. I like to take any brush. I like this brush with it from Sephora Pro. It's the airbrush, and I just kind of dip, 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 and that's how I do it. And then I just go in, and it's so good. And I mean, you can go over powder blush, you can go over a set face, and it's not gonna, you know, interfere. To see that glow that automatically came on, I'm telling you, these are so special, guys. I like the brand as a whole, but these are the standout products for me. I did receive both of the blushes and the mascara. I think I got a brow gel and I got the foundation stick all in PR, but I love them. So I just keep talking about them because they're so, so good. The next formula, these I'm so excited about. My friend Kara and we bought these during the Sephora VIB sale at the beginning of the year. So they have one like in March or April, and it's the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer blushes. They are so creamy and so skin-like. I have the shade Southbound, which is like a neutral pink, like an everyday pink. And then I also have the shade Coastline. This is more of a neutral, like brownie nude, but still provides such a nice glow and rosy glow. So those are it right there. Honestly, that's literally what it feels like. It feels like a tinted moisturizer that you're kind of just swiping over this area of your face. They are so nice. I stopped at these two shades. I think Kara went back for more shades, but look at how pretty that is. It is so, so beautiful. I love the texture. Look at how creamy they look. If I want a natural look, but I know that I'm going to be out for quite a few hours, I do have to set this with a powder blush because they don't last as long. But the look is so natural and so beautiful. It feels hydrating, but it doesn't make my face oily. And I just really, really enjoy them so much. And the last formula, the last type of blush that I love at Sephora, that's cream. This one's newer to me, but I kind of knew right away, like this was good, good, good stuff. And I'm talking about the LYS cream blushes. I bought the trio during the Sephora VIB sale. It was like 20 bucks for 3 blushes. There was one that was a little bit lighter than this one, but I gave that one to my sister. She's not as into blush as I am. So this one's in the shade Unforgettable. This may be like one of those that you can only get in this set, I think. But I love it so much. And when you dip your finger into it, for instance, it's not like a very, very emollient formula. Like it is creamy, but it's got like, it's solid. You know what I mean? So I don't worry that it's just going to slip off or wear off or whatever. It just looks so, so good all day long. This is also one that I don't have to set, you guys. It's like, damn, these makeup brands, like they are really coming out with some beautiful formulas. This one's the deepest one. I do believe that you can get this one on its own. And this is the shade Empower. See that beautiful berryness? And I love that even though it's deep, it still looks different than like this one, the Mood one. It looks different. So I got a nice little range of blushes here. I absolutely love them. And that's it, guys. What did you think about my recommendations of the best blushes at Sephora? I would love to hear 2 things in the comments if you have a minute to share. I want to know your skin type, and I want to know what your favorite blushes are, because like I said, especially when dealing with cream blushes, I feel like skin type is really, really important, obviously, because you don't want them slipping and sliding everywhere. But these are the ones that I have found that work really, really well for me. I mean, I've tried other cream blushes like from Tarte or Fenty, and they're just not memorable. I know for sure like the Fenty ones just don't last all day on me. And then the one from Tarte, I think I had an issue with it kind of getting patchy or lifting. So anyway, it just didn't work for me. So I'd love to know which ones work for you. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I wanted to share what my cream blushes are. Don't forget to check out our girl, Steffi Glam. She really is amazing. She's a sweetheart, a lot of personality. You're gonna love her. Okay, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!